Welcome to High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Productions. Now, here's tonight's game.
Hello and welcome to Dothan High School, where the Dothan Tigers are taking on the Russell County Warriors. I'm Nick Kirk along with Jimbo Lofton. And Jimbo, both of these teams come into this game without a win, so tonight one team will walk away with the victory.
Well, you know, that's the key thing here, Mitt. We know what Dothan High's done. They've played a couple of 7A teams. I always like the theory. Play somebody as good as you can find right out of the blocks, particularly if you're going to lead in. We'd call it conference play if you're in college, but region play. So here we go. It's a clean slate if you want to get to that, Mitt. It's all about winning 4+ games in this region and then moving on to the playoffs. Now, we're not going to look ahead that far and go ahead and count some chickens, so to speak, before they're hatched. This isn't Wayne Farms, so we're not going to count them that way. Let's do this. Let's come out here and get a win tonight if you're Dothan High. You're going to play a Russell County team that been a little challenged so far this year, although they do have a fair, a little more of a quote-unquote senior group out there playing versus the Tigers. But I feel good about the Tigers and what Kevin Jackson is going to bring to the table tonight, Mitt.
I agree with you, Jimbo. The Tigers, they only had 3 returning starters, and 2 of them are two key players, and that's the quarterback, Jacoby McDaniels, and running back and also wide receiver, that's Tyson Williams. And also you can look for some big things out of Devonair Martin.
Always, you know, we had Martin last year was a guy that we called his name more than once. So looking to see a good region contest tonight, and as we see right now, the kickoff is short. It's going to be taken at the 10-yard line. He looks for a hole, looks for a seam, gets across the 20, and is met by a host of Warriors there at about the 24-yard line, looks like the spot, Mitt.
So Dothan will be starting on their own 24-yard line, so they we'll see. They in the game, their first home game of the season a couple of weeks ago against the Enterprise Wildcats, Dothan came out and took a 9-0 lead, but they wound up losing that game, only scoring 12 points in the game. So they've got to come out tonight and be consistent and pick up some first downs, drive the ball down the field, and create some plays.
Well, I think we'll see that tonight, and if I'm would not be surprised to see a good running attack get started, Mitt. And we're going to start out with kind of a modified little pistol here, and a couple of twin receivers our side. Let's go. First snap of the night.
And hand it off.
And look at that.
And he's still going. That's Tyson Williams.
Tyson Williams with a nice run, broke a couple of tackles, Mitt.
Right. Williams picks up. He moves the ball across the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 44. So that was a gain of about 20.
Yeah, nice opening play. And again, looking at the sideline, and I'm just saying, I would have to say that Russell County's fielded probably what I'd say is a little bit of a smaller, not in numbers, a smaller team over there as far as numbers coming into play tonight. So if I'm Dothan High, even though we know they got a young offensive line, I'd say about establishing a little running game and then let Jacoby find what he can find as the game goes on.
So it'll bring up a 1st and 10, the ball at the 43-yard line. That was a gain of 19 for the Tigers of Dothan. DJ Dawson in the backfield with McDaniel. He hands it off to Williams, and
it looks like that's interesting. They brought in
Stephen Tellis,
to be
the
quarterback for a play, maybe 2. Let's see what's going on. And Tyson Williams standing on the sideline. This may be part of the. Jacoby McDaniel staying on the sidelines. I apologize. And so he's standing there with the coach. So it looks like very deliberate here tonight with Stephen Tellis, the junior quarterback. Hand off over to Williams. He's going to be the workhorse. He's going to be right a bit about midfield, Mitt.
Right. His extra effort by Tyson Williams picks up a couple of extra yards, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and probably about 3rd and 3, we'll call it. The ball just across the 50-yard line on the Wildcats, Russell County Warriors side of the field.
I'll say this, Zach Stewart, we don't have all the stats here, but he's definitely a kind of a fullback, slot back, good-sized fella out here on the out here in kind of an H position.
Tigers looking, take the snap and hand it off to Williams, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down.
Kind of an interesting call on third down, Mitt, but you got 3rd and 2. It'll be kind of interesting. Let's see if I wouldn't be surprised to see the Tigers go for it here, Mitt.
I think they will. I think they will. This is kind of in that, a lot of times it's in no man territory. It's too long for a field goal, but I think Dothan's going to go for it. They only have 2 yards to go, 4th and 2.
And I'd be surprised if Tyson Williams doesn't get the ball, but let's see. Could be a
Williams' second effort.
I think it's going to be. It looks like based on the spot, it's going to be. Yeah, he's going to make that, Mitt, and it was purely a second effort play there.
And I tell you what, the plays that Williams, it needed to get to the hash mark. It needed to get to the 42, and he got inside the 42. So it's enough for a Dothan first down. So 9:36 left in the first. This is the opening drive of the game. The Dothan Tigers taking on the Warriors of Russell County.
And, it's got to admit, as we see this play about to start, I believe that Kevin Jackson and staff feel like they can definitely establish a run, because there goes Tyson Williams again. Nice hold. He's going to rip off about 9 yards there, Mitt. And again, we know that Dothan has a young offensive line, but what it tells me is that he's got confidence tonight, something they've seen in film, et cetera. They can establish it, and you got a running back like Tyson Williams. Why wouldn't you go ahead and see if you can't establish it? I would not be surprised pretty quick to see Stephen Tullis go solo with the ball. Let's just see what happens, Mitt.
2nd and 1 for the Tigers. They give it to Williams again, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. He loses a couple of yards. A good pursuit that time by the Warriors.
Coast to coast is only good in basketball, Mitt. That east-west running sometimes just will be tough for you to get outside. I'm just watching Russell County. They got enough speed. They showed at that time for some penetration. I sure like better when we're going north-south finding those creases, but you know what? Who am I? I'm sitting up here in the booth with you, Mitt.
Right. Tellis still in at quarterback. Williams in the backfield with Tellis.
See if we see his first pass of the game here, Mitt.
They hand it to Williams again.
Oh, he's got a nice.
And he breaks a tackle.
Yeah, there you go.
Like second effort again, gets the first. Second gets the first.
A couple of good things there. One, he got enough speed to get to the outside. That cornerback and all, when they closed on him, though, nice use of the stiff arm out there as well. I thought it was a nice play call there. Again, I get a little bit concerned about it, but hey, listen, Tyson Williams, a young guy, he's trained in the heat, and to be honest with you tonight, the heat tonight has subsided. We've had Hurricane Hermine, I don't know, we're talking Harry Potter stuff here, and we're going to give it to Williams again on the right side, and you know what, hey, Russell County, they've seen enough of this now. I think it's a great time to call something off that same play, maybe a play action off that, Mitt. We'll see.
I think that would be a good thing to do. They've got to mix it up a little bit. Right now, it's handing the ball off to Tyson Williams, so we've got to step it up and try something different. So the Tigers are on the 36-yard line of the Warriors. 2nd and 13, a loss of 3.
A little different. Got Kendarius Martin in the backfield this time. Oh, bad snap. All right, good play by Tullis. You don't like it, but he instead of trying to make a play, we see that a lot of times at the high school level. Heads-up play, just get on the ball. I know it's about to be 3rd and and
extremely long.
Yeah, I was going to say 3rd and binocular distance, but it's okay. Still the right move.
They're going to say it's 3rd and 28. The ball at the 49-yard line, back on the Dothan side of the field. That moved the ball up to the 33-yard line. They're going in the wrong direction. Third and 28 for the Tigers.
All right. He's rolling out. Ooh.
And they lose more yards on that. Back to the 45-yard line. So it's going to bring up a fourth down. So they're going to punt it. Dothan was showing a lot of movement, and they moved the ball pretty good, Jimbo, the first few downs. And
I think if they not, I mean, you know, it's easy to say now, had they not had that bad snap, looked like they were about to do a little mixing up after really establishing the run with Tyson Williams. But that was what we would call, you know, you like to hear some coaches talk about explosive plays. That was an implosive play on that bad snap. Decent punt off his foot with a fair catch down at about the 27-yard line. So we're going to get a good look at the Tigers' defense here in a minute, Mitt.
Yeah, so with 5:54 left in the first, no score. Dothan Tigers and the Warriors of Russell County. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. They hand the ball off to number 9, and that is Perry.
Quazius, did I say that right? Quazius, Quazeyes. I'm going to tell you this. What I will call what they gave us is the pronunciation in parentheses didn't help me a lot, Mitt, but that's okay. Shows as a defensive back, but looks like a good athlete from where my vantage point.
So it brings up a 2nd and 11, a loss of 1 on the play.
Ooh, yeah.
Quarterback, woo, boy.
There you go. Let me tell you, there's sticking going on out there.
That was number 22 of the Tigers with the hit, McNeely.
That's right,
Taryn McNeely.
Nice hit. Nice cleanup hit.
So a loss of 3 more, so it brings up a 3rd and 14. For the Warriors.
He's looking
a quick out, and right through the hands of Miles.
Yeah. I think Miles, I'm not going to say he heard footsteps. I'm going to give the young man credit. I think what happened was he was already thinking about his path downfield a little bit. He did. He had some turf in front of him. But anyway, nonetheless, it'll be a 4th and 13. So a 12.5, 13. Great opportunity now for the Tigers to take the ball. We're going to have Debonair Martin, and we know he's explosive, Mitt.
Yeah, we saw him a couple of times last year really get – I think he took a couple to the house last year.
Yeah.
So he's a very capable player. And he had a pick 6 this year, so he's an explosive player. Punt up.
Okay.
Martin takes it at the 42.
Martin ought to make and he's got a nice move down the right side. Reverses field, breaks a
couple of tackles, but he's going to be taken down at the 45.
Wow. As they say, Dirks Bentley song, What Was I Thinking? Well, I think he knew what he was thinking. He was thinking about reversing field there, Mitt, and just about had it. But a nice play by Russell County. Got a hold of his feet, and just in time enough for some guys to come in and clean up.
So it's the 1st and 10 for the Dothan Tigers. The ball at their own 46-yard line. This is the Tigers' second drive of the game. They moved the ball down to the 33-yard line of the Warriors, but a bad snap moved them back in the wrong direction. That time, the Warriors collapsed right in the middle. Nothing there. Matter of fact, a loss of 1. It was Tyson Williams. So it brings up a 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. McDaniel back in at quarterback. He rolls out. And he reverses field.
All
And
right.
a good block that time by number 55. And McDaniel jumps through a couple of defenders and picks up about 10 yards. So it should bring up about a 3rd and 11.
Third, yeah, he's going to be back at a third and about a long, too short 3. But I will say this. He may have picked up about 9, but he did run about 74 yards, if my calculation's correct.
Yeah. So it brings up a 3rd and short for the Cougars. They're going to call it
and
3rd
the Tigers.
and 2. I meant for the Tigers. For the Tigers. Okay, we'll get it.
And we've got him in, but we've also got Tullis in a slot position out there, so you like seeing that. That's pretty cool.
We have a flag. False start against the Tigers, so that will move the ball back 5 yards. So instead of it being 3rd and 2, it's going to be about 3rd and 7. .336 left in the first. No score. Both of these teams came into this game winless.
And Tripp's this side to get Tullis out in that inside trip position.
Nothing there. I'll tell you, the Tigers, they'll make some progress, then they'll make a mistake and go in the wrong direction. So it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, we're going to see the Tigers go back in punt formation, obviously, and Walden Akeem is the kicker. He is a 10th grader. Did a yeoman's job on the first.
So back deep is number 5, Miles.
Nice kick, good. Caught another fair catch, but back at about the 21-yard line. Make that the 22-yard line, so that's where Russell County will have it 1st and 10 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter bit.
Yeah, so both teams have come out and not been able to put much together so far. We'll see. This is the second possession of the game for the Warriors. You know, it's been a rebuilding year for the Tigers. They lost a lot of veterans last year and have 3 returning starters this year. So it'll take a little time for them to get some experience under their belt. This is their first region game.
So far, you know, unless we see something change, I like what the Tigers are doing at the moment at the line of scrimmage overall. Like I said, they've had really what they've done is they've kind of stepped on their own feet on offense. You know, defensively, they so far have looked pretty solid.
Jalen Mitchell picks up 3, so it brings up a 2nd and 7. Stevenson is the quarterback. He hands it off.
Well, there's a crease. That's not good, Mitt. That is not good. Number 15. One thing is Jalen Mitchell, the 10th grade running back from Russell County, found a crease. The good thing, what you saw was some speed. Tigers do have some speed in the secondary, and there was a couple of Tigers that caught up with him down there, but a big gain, Mitt, put it back down into across midfield into Tiger territory at the 43.
And that's the first time the Warriors have been in Tiger territory tonight. And a big run by Jalen Mitchell. So it's a 1st and 10, the ball at the 43-yard line.
Okay. Come out with a.
And timeout on the field with 1:46 left in the first. The score is the Warriors of Russell County nothing, the Tigers of Dothan nothing. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Okay, we're hello and welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium. Hello and welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium. We're at Wildfield tonight where the Dothan Tigers are hosting the Warriors of Russell County. I'm Mick Kirkland along with Jimbo Lofton. And Jimbo, that first quarter was kind of wishy-washy a little bit there.
You know, early on it looked like the Tigers were moving the ball some, obviously, but they just were causing their own demise in there. But right now, Russell County has found a little crease and has found a way to move the ball a little bit on the Tigers here on this particular possession. And the Tigers early on were, I won't say they were predictable, they looked like they were trying to establish a running game. Toward the end of that, it looked like Russell County had adjusted and adapted a little bit, and the Tigers just hadn't put themselves to execute on anything really when we're talking about going to the air. So we'll see what the second quarter brings us, Mitt. And on a second down and 9.
That was a gain of 1 by Perry. And they hand the ball off and a spectacular catch. One-handed catch by Robert Miles.
Wow. I got to tell you what. Looked like that was overthrown, but you got to give Miles a lot of credit for a absolute athletic play. And that looked to me, if I'm going to double check that, was thinking that was a pass was Toombs that threw the ball, number 17.
Yeah, it wasn't a quarterback.
Yeah, I believe that was number 17 Chase Toombs. Nice play. Hats off to Russell County on what I would call not necessarily a hate to call them a trick play because you got to be able to execute it. And they did, and then the extra point was good. So we're going to waltz on in. All of a sudden, the Tigers wake up, find themselves down by 7 early in the second quarter in a game that early on looked like they could establish and kind of have their way a little bit, Mitt.
Right, and one thing, that was probably the first pass that we've seen tonight. I believe it was. Maybe one other one?
Not many.
And that was a spectacular catch that time.
You don't get it. You don't get into the second quarter. It was 7 minutes and 22 seconds. At 7:22 in the evening. You don't get into the second quarter without running the ball a lot and no scores, right? So
no, you don't. So Russell County takes a 7-0 lead with 11:20 left in the first half. So Russell County puts together a 70-yard drive, topped off with a 29-yard pass from Toombs to Miles to make it 7-0. Dothan's got to come out on this drive and establish something. You know, we've seen them just run the ball. They've got to mix it up and keep the defense honest.
And if they watch that ball, let it. Oh, okay.
Takes it at
Thought he was going to let it go out of bounds, but you know what? Debonair Martin likes to run with the ball, Mitt. So.
And he brings it out to the 31-yard line. If it had gone out of bounds, good return for Martin.
There we go.
Maybe it'll give him a little spark there. So DHS starting probably in the good field position, probably the best field position of the night. They're on 31. Maybe this will inspire the Tigers to come out and do a little bit more.
Well, it is time for the Tigers to go ahead and establish, Mitt. That's the main thing. One thing I will mention, you talk about young, their center is a ninth grader. Nate Cooper is a true ninth grader, true freshman. Boom!
Good block.
Nice block.
And a nice pass. That was number 2, Jacoby McDaniels, completed it over to, number 3, which is Stephen Tellis.
Let me say this. As he was rolling out, the junior number 50, Randall Jordan, came out, and he if you could clean a fish as good as he cleaned that guy, you'd be doing well. That guy, he cleaned him on that block. Nice legal block, but broke it and gave our quarterback a little chance to throw, and now we're going to be faced with the second one. He got a lot of options on second one. Jeremy Powers in the fullback right now for the Tigers. Drops back to pass. He's got people flooding all over the place. Got the up man. Nice catch there by Beck Jordan. Nice catch by Beck Jordan coming in. Excuse me, Jordan Beck. Apologize to the Beck family for that. Jordan Beck, nice play. Junior wide receiver, came back to the ball well, Mitt.
He really did, and that's what you like to see. The quarterback, when he's scrambling, give him a target to throw it to, and that time Beck did a good job of getting back. Jordan Beck Jordan. You got me confused.
Yeah, I know it.
Incomplete. That pass was intended for Tullis. So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. And now they've started mixing it up. So they now the defense has got to play for the pass and the run. And before that, just played for the run.
Well, and one of the things, hopefully they had established a little of that early mid. I think they probably would have liked to mix it up a little early, but again, they had some miscues there that put them into some pretty obvious situations. But love to see them have it mixed up here. Low snap. I will mention this.
Mike Daniel gets it, and boy, he completes the pass over to Tyson Williams for a short gain. What looked like was going to be a busted play, they make a positive gain out of it.
I'm going to tell you, he looks like a pretty good athlete is this Quasius Perry, number 9 for Russell County. I'll just mention that. I noticed he's got good speed. He's all over the place. So he's a guy we'll keep an eye on out there playing at a kind of at a strong safety type position out here. We'll just keep an eye on him on defense. But Cougars going to go out with single back and twins each side. So
brings up a 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. McDaniel drops back, and he sees some running room. He's got some running room, and he's going to be dropped at about the first down marker. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Spot tells me a half yard short, and I can tell you right now, Tigers will go for it.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down, 4th and about 1.
We'll see the proverbial jumbo package coming out, I'm sure, Mitt. Let me mention this, and this is not a knock. You know, we got a freshman center, and I know there was some discussion at one point earlier about him getting a little more consistency on the snap, and we've seen a little bit of that tonight.
Mike Daniel under the quarterback, and he drives forward and picks up the first down and more.
Yeah, picked a nice 3.5-yard QB sneak.
So the ball is moved inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers of Dothan. They're trying to answer with a score after Russell County scored on a 29-yard touchdown pass. Mike Daniel takes a snap, hands it off. Martin gets just back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he may have picked up a yard or so. They're going to give him a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers of Dothan.
All right, we're just at the 9-minute mark. So Tigers with a drive. Let's see what they can do on a key 2nd down. Ooh.
Mike Daniel rolling
out. Oh.
And a good defensive play that time by, I believe it was number 1, Thomas.
Jamaris Thomas.
Yeah.
I will tell you for a second there. I tell you what, that guy's got some arms on him. Looking from here, he is we don't have the stats. We don't have what we'll call the physical stats on these guys, but Martin's, he looks like. I thought he was a transformer for a second out there, Mitt, where he reached. I'm not sure.
Jamaris Thomas batting that one down. So it brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Tigers of Dothan.
I like the play call the other time, rolling out and had him. So he's going to go over the middle. Oof.
Incomplete. And it brings up a 4th and 10. The ball on the 29-yard line.
Got to go. You know what? I don't know a whole lot about their kicking team yet. I know he's a.
Well, he kicked a 42-yarder, a 42-yarder, and a 32-yarder in the game against Enterprise.
This one would be about a 48. So I would about a 47. I'm going to bet that the Tigers are going to go for it here.
4th and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 29. McDaniel in the backfield along with Jeremy.
Oh.
And he's going to be
yeah,
sacked.
Yeah, looked like he really did, and it looked like he did.
And that was number 11, David Copeland.
Yeah, he did a nice job of beating that tackle. So
well, we have now that was defensive lineman. That would have been Damon Lloyd. We have 2 number 11, so that would have been Damon Lloyd. So the Russell County defense has stepped up here and made a couple big plays. A batted pass and a sack for a loss. So Dothan turned it over on downs.
All right, the Tigers got some decent closing speed here for.
So a loss on the play. So it brings up a 2nd and 13. Just over 8 minutes left in the first half. The Tigers of Dothan are trailing the Warriors of Russell County 7-0. And they advanced the ball up to the 40, and I don't know if it was a fumble. It looks like they were.
Got a fumble, got a helmet missing.
Yeah, number 15, he's going to have to leave the game for a play. That was Jalen Mitchell. So it brings up a 3rd and 7.
3rd down 7.
All right.
A quick out, incomplete, right in the chest of number 5. That's Miles, and Miles caught a touchdown. Made a spectacular touchdown catch, a one-handed catch, but only scored the game.
And that's two different receptions that we've seen passes drop by. At this point, by Russell County on what looked to be a plays where they had a little bit of a yardage or a little advantage, but you know what? We'll take it because what that means now is that Russell County gets to punt to Debonair Martin, and we know that he has the ability to break one at any time. Yet,
yeah, he can be explosive on returns. Punt. Martin takes it at the 30.
Nice. There you go.
And he's got some running room. He gets across the 45. So a return of about 17.
I can tell you this. One thing is, if you got the guts back there, and if you can usually get past that very first guy, maybe the second one, you got opportunity. Opportunity is knocking, and in that case, the window of opportunity opened. And our buddy there, Debonair Martin, took advantage of it. It was about an 18-yard return?
He took it at the 30, so it was a 17-yard return.
Yeah, it's 17-18. Hey.
Tomato.
That's right. That's right.
So the Tigers have really great starting field position on this drive, and they have 6 minutes, 57 seconds left in the half to try to do something with it.
And let's just see if we can get a little consistency here.
And
give it to the fake to the fullback, and look at that. He's got a little seam to the outside.
And he goes across the 50 down to about the 47-yard line, McDaniel.
Both these quarterbacks, McDaniel and Tullis, have the ability to make plays. So if they can get into space, so that's always a positive.
So gain of 6, it brings up a 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. And that one was That play was going nowhere.
Man,
Matter of fact, they lost yards.
Yeah, that thing took longer to develop than a cold mitt. It was just tough. Yeah. It was tough.
Yeah, so
they had the sniffles at the line, and they were sneezing by the time that thing got done. But that's all right.
So a loss, and it's 3rd and 7. Dothan seems to start to get some things going, and then they make some mistakes, and it cost them yards and put them out of position for a first down.
All right,
put them behind the sticks.
See what they got at midfield here, Mitt. Looking to throw. He's broke a couple of tackles.
I don't know how he did that, because there were some white jerseys all around him, and he was able to maneuver, and that shows his athleticism of McDaniel.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was back there with 3 or 4 guys, 3 or 4 of the Russell County people in there. So just not a lot of. Just unfortunately, they have not been able to put a full, consistent drive. We'll get a couple of good plays, maybe have a mistake or a miscue, or or something slow developing. So Tigers need to get that gelled. And I can tell you right now, I already see it. They've already pulled them all over to the sideline, and coaches are going to huddle them up, and they're going to talk about this one a bit.
5:53 left in the first half. The Tigers trail the Warriors 7-0. So the Tigers decided to punt.
Yep.
Back deep is number 5, Robert Miles.
And Akeem Walden. I think I called him Walden Akeem earlier. One of these days I'll be able to read the sheets.
He gets a high punt.
Yeah. Not a lot of distance. Got a good roll. I don't think anybody from there. There you go.
Right, so the ball is down inside the 20-yard line. So a really good punt. Flip the field. So Russell County will be starting at their own 19-yard line. With 5:41 left in the first half, and they lead it 7-0.
Mitt, we were talking earlier about some changes. Kelvis White obviously has moved on, and several on the staff. The nice part about that is that you still got some consistency. Kevin Jackson is the new head coach. Kevin, of course, played at the University of Alabama, played at Northview University of Alabama, went on to play pro, played in Europe. I'll come back after this play and tell you a little more.
I hand the ball off to number 15, boy, and he's hit, but he stands back up and lunges forward for a couple of yards.
One of those pieces of advice is don't stop playing until you hear the whistle blow, because it looked like everybody stopped for a second when he got that first hit, but he was not. Knees weren't down. The rest of him, he was on top of a player. But anyway, I told Kevin the other day, last time I saw him as a head coach, he was a head coach in Arena League down in Tallahassee, Florida, and I was involved in something with arena football for a little period of time and went down to watch a game, and absolutely go down there, and Kevin was coaching, so it was a good deal. All right, back to the game here, and wow, got a crease here.
And that was number 6. Keyshawn Stevenson, the quarterback, keeping it, and he picks up a first down, moves the ball across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Plays good for a first down at the 32.
Just under 5 minutes left in the half. 7-0. Russell County leading the Dothan Tigers. Man in motion, and right up the middle, and that was Jalen Mitchell.
Starting to find just a little success. Russell County is on the Tigers here. That's not something we saw early in the contest, but we're starting to see that now. Where we want to keep a good close look on the line, because it looks like we're starting to see a little bit of success by Russell County, and that's not what we want to see happen for sure.
2nd and 5. Quick out. And it's a first down. It's complete over to Robert Miles. So the Warriors move the ball across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. So it's a 1st and 10.
All right, 4 minutes left, Mitt. Kind of critical. Tigers do not need to give up another score here, Mitt. Need to go ahead and, as they say, nip this thing in the bud, as Barney Fife used to say.
And that time, Perry was hit after he picks up about 4 yards. So to bring up a 2nd and 6, ball just shy of the 50-yard line. This drive started at the Russell County 19-yard line. Quarterback rolls out, incomplete, right through the hands of Perry.
Yeah, if you're the Tigers defensive coordinator, you said, "Oh darn!" there, because he had a little bit of space, but that's about the 3rd pass we've seen dropped. They had some space, but hey, if you're the Tigers, you'll take it. That'll help balance out some of the miscues the Tigers have had early on. So critical 3rd and 6, Mitt, would be at midfield. Great time for the Tigers to stop it and get the ball back with some time to see if they can make something happen. Nice penetration there, and he's going to be sacked for about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah. Tigers did a good job of containing the quarterback that time, and they throw him for a loss, and it brings up a 4th and 9. And they will punt. So the Tigers gave up, they bent, but they didn't break. So
that's right. And again, we've talked about it before. We've got Martin back deep at about his own 22-yard line.
He had a 17-yard return on the last punt.
And I think Russell County will use all the clock they can to punt. A little bit of a high snap, but he's going to get it off. Low kick, tried to kick it away, but good move. Martin had to move away, took a Russell County Warrior roll, going to roll dead at the 9-yard line. So 91 yards to pay dirt for the Tigers with 2:24 remaining in this half, Mitt. And
we're hoping that Coach Jackson get his first victory tonight. It's kind of an uphill battle with such a young team.
Very young team. Again, 4 senior starters. I think last year they had 17 seniors that started. But you know what? That's okay. He knew that coming in, and so far, they look like a young team, but that's all right. We also want to mention that Toby Green is here as the offensive coordinator, up from former head coach position at Cottonwood. So glad to have him on staff, and I know Kevin is as well. And let's see what Mr. Green has. In store for them tonight. We'll see what we got.
They hand the ball off to Tyson Williams, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10. And Jimbo, I want to take this time to give our condolences and to Coach Wade Morrison, who passed away. He was a well-known coach and a very well-liked person in this area.
Absolutely.
He was a community activist, a very good guy. I played basketball for Coach Morrison in junior high, and we were 22-0, Jimbo. We were undefeated.
I'll be awesome. Hey, by the way, you might get a flag on that one. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Hold on, we'll come back to that. Jordan Beck had made a nice move downfield, just a step ahead of the defensive back, and defensive back really did the right thing. If he's going to beat you, go ahead and get 15 and prevent it, which is a lot better than giving up 6 on an 90-yard play. But yeah, back to Coach Morrison. Boy, he coached some coached some great athletes, and even you, Mitt.
Right, that's right, even me. But he was a great guy. I would see Coach at a lot of the basketball games at Dothan High and Northview, and I would also see him down at the Civic Center during the Holiday Classic and the region tournaments, and I would always take the time to go talk to him because he's always a favorite of mine.
And he's and something there's another example for all the young folks out there of saying, hey, look, if you find your passion, everything else will work out, because that was definitely a passion. He did a great job with it. Did a great job with a lot of young men too during that time. So
he really did. So we want to send out our condolences to his family and I tell you what, he was a very special person in Dothan, the Wiregrass, the state of Alabama. He was someone that we could all be proud of. 1:34 left in the first half. Dothan trailing 7-0. The ball at the 24-yard line. 2nd and 10. Screen pass.
That's all right. Nice play.
To Tellis, but not much there. I tell you, the Russell County shows some speed.
Russell County, what they've done is they've said, all right, we see most of the packages you've shown so far, and they've adapted pretty well. I think that's what they've done is adjusted to it. So, we got looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field, Mitt, with $1:22 left in the first half. And, of course, the score, Russell County 7, Dothan nothing.
So the Tigers are trying to get something good to happen before halftime. They're trailing 7-0. Russell County scored with 11:20 left in the second.
He's got him over the middle. Oh, boy, he had Kendarius Martin over the middle at the Russell County 45 and still in stride. Boy, that was a tough one not to hang on to. Nice pass. Unfortunately, just couldn't hang on to it, Mitt.
Yeah, so the Tigers come up empty. They'll have to punt with 1:15 left in the second. They needed a break like that.
Yeah, that's what they needed, to get a little something to make it happen. And Russell County not going to take any chances. Going to have two guys deep. Going to have the Jamaris Thomas, the transformer in the middle. Okay. Oh, we can't advance.
It's still fumble, and let's see who gets it.
If the Tigers got it option, it looked like Russell County recovered eventually, but I know they'll come back. You can't advance. I didn't think you could. It ought to be spotted at the 48, but I don't know how you gained 6 yards on that, but that's not my deal. Hey, my shirt doesn't have any stripes on it tonight yet.
So Russell County will be starting in the Dothan Tigers territory at the 44-yard line.
If I'm Russell County, you know what? I'd take a shot at it. I mean, I'm just, hopefully that'll turn into a big play for the Tigers. But if I'm them, I would not just sit on this, with 1:13 left. And let's see what the Russell County coach decides. He's going to roll out, looking. Nice short pass, picked up about 7 yards and got a late flag in here down to the Tiger 40.
That was number 13, and we don't have a 13 listed on.
Yeah, you're correct.
Roster.
You're right. No, we don't. Number 13.
Let's see. No, we don't have a 13 listed, so we can't call his name.
I think it might be Ozzie Newsome. No, he was 88, so it wasn't Ozzie. All right. Well, they're talking to the. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
The flag is against Russell County.
That was is that ineligible downfield? Is that what we got?
The officials are still discussing it. With 1:06 left in the first half. And Jimbo, it's college football time.
It is. I got to tell you this, Mitt. I watched a couple of games last night. I watched I was toggling back and forth between the Tennessee game and the Vandy game, and that was interesting in itself. And then I'm going to share this. I'm going to get in trouble with this, but my mother came over to brag on her godson's new baby and how pretty the baby was, and I was having a tough time acting like I was extremely interested. So, but I did as best I could. Quick out over there to Robert Miles again. He's going to get, across the 45 to about the 42-yard line.
But,
Clock still running at 54 seconds.
That was a good open field tackle by Dothan.
was a nice job. Nice job of doing that. But, yeah.
Because if he hadn't made that tackle, he could have gone all the way.
He had still had some green space if that doesn't happen. But, hey, here's the good news. Made the tackle, and that's only something the folks from Russell County can dream about now.
So brings up a 3rd and 7. Ball at the 42-yard line.
All right.
Boy,
brush that up. Yeah, that was. Let me tell you, that was some nice pressure there. I thought that was by Taryn McNeely, but double check the name on that. Nice pressure by Dothan High. Quarterback did get hit right as he after he released, so had to rush that throw a little bit, overthrew it a little bit. Now we're going to go with a 4th and 7. You know, at this point, I wouldn't kick it at the 42. I'd do something with 18.9 seconds. You know, the Tigers have not yet put it into the end zone or really into the red zone yet. So if you're they may try to draw them off sides. I don't know what that would do. But he's going to give a quick handoff at the middle, and Tigers going to take over with about 13.2 seconds left, Mitt. So they'll have time for, if they can really run it, they have time for 2 plays, one to get it a little closer and one Hail Mary, but we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
So with 13.2 seconds left in the first half, the score is Russell County 7, Dothan nothing. So it brings up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and they'll probably have time for 1 play.
Yeah, he might have had time for well, they didn't start the clock.
So
he's got him open. Oh, boy, that was tough. They didn't start the game clock upstairs, but, yeah, we got a flag because of the – okay. All right, we're going to see that we're going to see if we got a redo. They're showing – second. Let's see what we got. We know that the game clock didn't start. I don't think they keep them on the field at this level unless they have to.
Yeah, so the clock didn't start, and
they could just call for a runoff, couldn't they?
Yeah, the officials are talking about it.
They'll tell them where to set the clock. We ought to hear that in a minute. You know, we just had the storm come through, Mitt. I got to tell you, I was a little nervous. I was afraid we might be in store for some Sharknadoes. Up here,
Sharknadoes.
Yes, sir. You had that hurricane blow through. I didn't want any Sharknadoes coming up tonight while we're out here.
Well, you're telling us your viewing habits, Jimbo.
Well, I would just say
you be watching the Sharknado-thon, huh?
I watched I watched my first Sharknado about less than a year ago, and because I would never watch it. I said, "Are you kidding me? I'm not watching that." But I watched it. And I got to admit, I was humored. I don't think I would. I don't think I'll binge watch it, Mitt, but if I catch the right one, not this weekend. We got too much college football, including a game in Ireland in the morning, so we know it's early starts. All right, he's back again, a little bit on the run. He's looks like he's going to throw a cross field to Beck. Beck sidesteps. That's nice. Jordan Beck sidesteps. Gets out of town. Shows some athleticism, but gets out of bounds as the clock ends, Mitt. So we're going to wrap up the first half of the first conference game of the Tigers. And at the moment, Dothan High Tigers trail the Russell County Warriors by a score of 7-0, Mitt.
Yeah, and we'll be back with halftime activities after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Hello and welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium. We're at Wildfield tonight where the Dothan Tigers are hosting the Warriors of Russell County. I am Mick Kirkland along with Jimbo Lofton. And Jimbo, the first half actually belonged to Russell County. They were the only ones able to put anything together and put some points on the board.
I was going to say, Mitt, here's my recap. They scored, we didn't. I mean, that was it. A lot of defense, a lot of miscues. But we'll see what kind of Tigers with a short kick, going to be fair caught at about the 32-yard line. So not bad. Let's just see if they can catch them offline. So the Tigers immediately are going to go on offense, but Mitt, yeah, you can. Don't blink, folks. Mitt's going to give you a recap of the scoring.
Well, the only scoring came with 11:20 left in the second quarter on a 29-yard TD pass from Toombs to Miles, and the only score was a spectacular catch by Miles, a one-handed catch, but we saw him drop a couple of balls in the first half too.
Yeah, they did, Mitt. They had a couple of opportunities there, and both teams eventually did. We saw right at the end of the half the Tigers had a chance for a big explosive play and dropped one. But guess what? It's now for the second half, and the first thing out, as we talk about explosive plays, not what we're looking for, but in that case, Jaden Citizen, the senior for Russell County, turns the corner and rips off about 17 yards, Mitt. Not how you want to start off right after your halftime pep talk and adjustments. But nice play by Russell County, but we want to see the Tigers tighten up, make something happen here.
Well, we saw the Tigers show some sparks, but it seemed like when they would get going, they would make mistakes that would cost them field position.
And another big run, Mitt, almost 10 off to the right side. We talk about adjustments. Hey, it's not like anything in the visitors' locker room says they can't make them too. So far it looks like they've spotted something. They've run it right twice to the right and have found success both times, Mitt.
That was Jadon Citizen. So you better watch Citizen watch.
That's right, Citizen watch. All right.
Yeah, so the ball is at the 44-yard line of the Tigers. First, and it'll be 2nd and 1.
Fullback with just ripped off about 6, Mitt.
So it will be another first down for the Warriors of Russell County. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Tigers.
All right. They're going to run it again, and I don't blame them. And again, another hole on the right side. Tigers closed pretty fast. Going to hold that to about a 3.5-yard gain, but still not at the pattern and rate we'd like to see them yet.
Yeah, so it brings up a 2nd and 7. The Tigers did a good job of closing that hole that time and stopping him from getting extra yards.
And early in this game, the Tigers really had the Russell County Warriors stopped. They weren't having much success, but as that game went on a little bit, they started finding some. And right now, boy, they are just they're having their way a little bit up front with the Tigers at this moment, which was not something I was expecting to see. Tigers are somewhat young up front, but still, even that being the case, and when I say young, I mean from an experience standpoint, they do have 2 seniors, but we got 2 sophomores also starting on that line.
Russell County getting a good push on the line of scrimmage, and they moving the ball forward. So it's a 3rd and 3, the ball at the 30. This drive started on their 32-yard line. Just over 10 minutes left in the 3rd. This is the opening drive of the 3rd.
And he found another crease off right. And you know what? He's gone, Mitt. I will tell you what. Sad to see.
That was Perry.
Perry, yes.
Taking it in from 30 yards out.
Looked like the Tigers were closing in as he went out wide to the side. And then what I call just one of those shoulder bump blocks that gave just enough space for Perry to, as I say, take it to the house.
And you know what? Coming out of quarters and stuff, coming out, going right, the first part of the second quarter is when Russell County scored their first points, and now they scored again the opening minutes of the 3rd. Extra point.
Oh, my goodness. That just tells you when things are going right, Mitt.
Wow.
That ball, I'll tell you what, it looked like a wounded duck, sometime in late in duck season, and it hit the crossbar and just kind of slid across. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's an extra point. That will go in the stats as a successful PAT, and 9:54 left in the 3rd quarter. And now the score is Russell County 14, Dothan 0.
So Russell County puts together a 68-yard drive and capped off with a 30-yard TD run by Perry. And the extra point was ugly, but it was good. And they go up 14-0 over the Dothan Tigers. So the Tigers are going to have to do something. They've got to take charge of this game. Right now, Russell County is actually running this game now. So the Tigers need something big to happen.
And here's where we've got an opportunity to do it on a kickoff. They've got a wedge. Broke a couple, and look at that, Mitt. He is gone. It's called to the house, baby. Martin turned back. Devonar Martin, just like we've talked.
90
I see
yards.
Yella. That's what you call a response, Mitt.
Wow. A 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Devonar Martin. We talked about him all night, how explosive he could be. He got a couple of good blocks. Dothan had a good wedge right there in the middle, and he was able to get the blocking he needed, and once he got in that open field, he was gone.
And one of the things that helped him, Mitt, for sure, was the fact that right before they kicked to him, we didn't talk about how great he was. And I'll tell you what, nice play. We let the young man do it on his own without being on ours, and I say on his own. Great job by Dothan High on that special teams play. They had good blocks down there. He broke a couple. He's got great speed. And at the end of the day, nobody did anything foolish later in the play, Mitt, where it doesn't matter. And we're here for the PAT, and it looks to be a little off to the left.
Oh, no.
So, unfortunately, it is wide left. But still, the benefit of that is it is now a 14-6 ball game with 9:39 left, and good to see a great special team response by the Tigers, Mitt.
And we had just said, Jimbo, that Dothan needs something to happen. They've got to take control of this game. They've got to make some plays. And that time, Devonar Martin took it on about the 10-yard line, and he took it down the middle. Then he found some room to the outside, and he turned on the afterburners, 90 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, he didn't look to do anything east or west until he broke and found a seam. And with his speed, he did a nice job of doing that, breaking away as he went down to the right side and obviously took it on home. So glad to see it. Good for the Tigers. And let's see if that'll put a little pep in the defense. Usually something like that will get a team fired up, and, boy, the Tigers can use it right now.
Yeah, so 9:39 left in the third. It's a 14-6 Russell County lead. So Dothan prepares to kick off after the touchdown by the special team. And a special team player, Devonar Martin.
We'll see. We just talked about would be kind of interesting to see if they decided an onside kick. But they'll definitely go with the short kick. And, one of the nice things about it is you're not going to have happen what happened to Russell County just a minute ago on that play. And occasionally you can catch a team a little bit asleep. I don't think you're going to catch Russell County sleeping on that bit because that's what Dothan High is doing on the kickoff side now. But anyway, all good. Momentum shifter right there for the Tigers. Gave a little of it back on that missed extra point. But here's what it comes down to now. Defense.
And maybe this will spark the defense to make some plays. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 34. The last drive, scoring drive, started at the 32-yard line. So they're about in the same field position. And they hand it off to number 31, and we don't have his name. So we'll just call him 31.
Yeah, we'll just call him. We'll call him Baskin Robbins.
31
How about that?
Flavors.
Baskin Robbins on the carry.
So a pickup of about 3. So it brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Warriors. This is their second possession of the second half. Dothan needs to get them a 3 and out here and get some offense going and turn this game around.
Yeah, it looks like the Tigers are going to bring a few more up in the box right now. Let's see if they can do that. Handoff was, that's what you got to watch a little bit for, but there you go. Nice tackle out there. I'll tell you what, Kendarius Martin with a nice tackle. A little bit of a, that was not the design of the play, but when he kicked it outside, number 15, and Jalen Mitchell tried to kick it outside for Russell County, what we saw happen was he came up and Martin made a nice play there. So
it brings up a 3rd and 6 for the Warriors. If the Tigers can make a stop here, they can get the ball back with plenty of time left in the third and try to put some more points on the board. This long time left in this game.
Tigers with a 4-3 out there. He's going to fake it, looking. Hits it out to his tight end, number 17. That's Chase Toombs. We've seen him before.
So it's a first down for the Warriors.
Good call play by Russell County.
They move the ball out to the 47-yard line. First and 10. Russell County quarterback is Keyshawn Stevens.
Up the middle there, finding some space there, Mitt.
And that run was by number 15 again. He's a big boy, yeah. Jalen Mitchell.
Yeah, we don't have we don't have their height and weight on there, but I can tell you what.
He's big and he has a low center of gravity.
Yeah, he's eating a lot more ground meat than he's eating granola. I can tell you that.
2nd and 4.
All right, and there goes Jadon Citizen. I got to tell you, these Russell County guys, you got 3 or 4 of them downfield, 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, Mitt, still blocking. That'll get you going.
It will.
That's pretty good discipline to do that.
So it's another Russell County first down. The ball at the 34-yard line of the Tigers. The Tigers got to come up with the stop. They can't just let Russell County keep scoring. It's already an uphill battle, and you don't need it to be any more uphill than what it already is.
What we first saw, we felt like it. They're running a 4-3 and pulling up the strong safety right now, just trying to stop this. So makes you a little more susceptible to the pass. But hey, you can't let them sit there and rip off 8 and 10 yards at a clip because they won't need to pass if you let them do that.
Right. Mitchell again on the carry. Picks up about 3, so it brings up a 2nd and 7. The ball at about the 31-yard line of the Tigers.
All right.
They hand it off again.
Man.
Over to number 9, that's Perry. And he moves up to about the 25. Going to be about a yard short of the first down.
3rd and short. Need something here. Need a penalty. Need a drop. Need a bad snap.
Need a turnover or something.
Need something. I mean, we need a little something here to stop the Big Mo. Let's get on offense for a little bit here. I think if you think, just remember this, we're right here at 6 minutes into the half. Dothan High hadn't been on offense yet.
Right. They scored on one play, a special teams player, kickoff return for a touchdown. So with just under 6 minutes left in the third, the score is Russell County 14, Dothan 6. 3rd and short for the Warriors. The Tigers need to come up with a big defensive play here. See if they can get the crowd going.
This is huge. This is huge. Well, let's see. Little hit. Wrap up.
They had him hit behind the line of scrimmage. He would have been short of the first down. But number 31 takes it forward. Second effort, gets the first down.
He sure did. I did not want to see Baskin Robbins running the ball there, but what I can tell you is the Tigers had an opportunity. We've seen this sometimes. This age, you want to go in and dive and hit them, but not a wrap up. And that's what happened. He made that play, but good effort by Russell County to stay up and convert. And then right up the middle again.
What they're doing, they're using a lot of movement.
Yeah.
And they're catching Dothan. The quarterback is keeping it to the last minute and handing it off, and it's confusing the Dothan defense. They don't know who to attack. And
we got a Dothan player down. We don't have the number, but we do have a Dothan player down right now. And with 5:32 left in the third quarter, we'll take a chance to go ahead and see what let them attend to this young man, and while both teams take a timeout.
2nd and 7 for the Warriors. They're in the red zone again. This is the second possession of the second half. And that time the Tigers did a good job of stopping them.
Shakimian Robertson was one of the several Tigers in there, but Shakimian Robertson was in there to get his arms wrapped up around him. That's good news. Third and a long 6, short 7. Good opportunity for the Tigers to stop. Based on that last extra point by Russell County, I don't know what we'll see. Let's just take care of third down first, then we'll worry about the next down.
We'll see if Dothan can stop him here on third down and force a fourth down.
He's going to throw. He's got him open. Went to the up receiver, and he's going to be short.
Yeah.
I will say this. He did. Thank goodness, Mitt. He did have a man wide open in the end zone, and wide open was an understatement. Blown coverage there. He got behind him, but the good news is he threw it to the up to the short receiver on the out pattern, and we're going to end up with about a 4th and a 2. So I wouldn't call this decision time. We're bringing in. Well, they thought they were going to bring in Mitchell. I don't know if we can get a penalty for breaking the huddle like that anymore. I'm not sure. Anyway, at the end of the day, we've got a 4th and a 2. Big time for the Tigers. Big time. See if they can get him to jump. He's not. He's going to go back and pass again. He's going to come. Oh, intercepted. And let me tell you something. He's got some space. Nice block. Oh, my goodness.
That was intercepted by Zaman.
That's exactly right.
Wimberly. Boy, that was a big interception.
And let me tell you about a block. Eric James, the 9th grader, put a nice block down there, and unfortunately, we had a little break in an opportunity, but he ran into one of his linemen down here who was trying to do some good, and he ran into him, and that slowed him up. But guess what? Huge turnover for the Tigers. Going to get it back out at the 37-yard line, Mitt, with 4:31.
To me, that's a 7-point swing right there, Jimbo.
Huge.
Because that pass was intercepted at the goal line, but Wimberly did a good job of anticipating and going and getting the ball and grabbing it and bringing it back, returning it to the 37-yard line.
And there we go. First play. He's going to run it. Let's get outside. Stiff arm. Nice play there by McDaniel.
Big play. This could be the turning point of this game.
Key's going to be to put a little time here. I can tell you this. Right now, the Tiger defense made a great play. Those guys need to get a little rest and a little Gatorade in them for just a minute. So we need to see something put together by the Tigers.
That was a gain of 8. Williams is being hemmed up.
Reverse field.
And he gets back almost to the line of scrimmage.
I'm going to tell you, that's you got to get north-south on that. Right now, the Tigers got to get some consistency here on offense.
Right, so it brings up a 3rd and 2.
Task at hand is a first down right now. We'll worry about all the rest of it in a minute.
And one of the key things in games is getting points off turnovers. So that could be the difference in a win and a loss. So it brings up a 3rd and 2 for the Tigers. Low snap.
All right, and he's got room for the first down. Nice block out on the corner. Got to hold it. Yeah, he had him tied up too long out there, Mitt.
He had already gotten the first down, so
it's going to be from the point of the hold.
Yeah, from the spot of the foul. Which,
okay, so still going to be about 3rd and 7.
So a great run by McDaniel, and it's going to be coming back because of the hole. So it brings up, instead of being a first down, it's going to be a 3rd and about 5. So we'll see what the Tigers do here. They seem to have a little momentum going here, Jimbo.
Yeah, a little bit. We're not. We saw a little bit of a broken play on one early, and really that was not. Let's see the design. Let's see what they can come up with here. Back to pass. Looking. Got a man. All right.
And it's complete.
Good play out there to Stephen Tullis, who also is going to play quarterback, versatile athlete.
So it's a first down for the Tigers. The ball up near midfield at the 49-yard line.
All right, good deal. The Tigers hadn't had a lot of first downs tonight, Mitt.
And they have not been in the red zone all night. And the only points they scored was on a kickoff return.
All right, well, let's see what Mr. McDaniel can come up with on this play. He's going to look out, going to fake the pitch, going to run back inside, going to run back outside. All right, good opportunity. I'll tell this. Martin tried to come back and throw a block. Just too many white shirts over there.
And Dothan has been, they'll get some momentum and then they'll stall and they'll start making mistakes and lose yards and get behind the chains.
I'm not sure Mr. David Copeland's not going to come on off the field. He was the recipient of a nice block there by Devonair Martin, so he's going to come on out and ask a couple of people who they are, and then we'll
Jameril Scott replaces him, number 72.
And he's a hamburger eater too. All right, he's got a look. He just threw it away there, Mitt. Oof. Yeah, that was smart.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Tigers need to do something on this down. If they don't get it all, they need to get most of it. I tell you, Russell County's been doing a good job of putting pressure and getting in the backfield.
And they got a couple of good-sized fellas. They got 3 up front, but that's the thing. They're able to put some pressure on them, even if they only with 3. And if you start doing that, and he's going deep. Oh,
that should be it's incidental contact.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'd love to call it, but it looked more like they may have touched toes, but that's about it, Mitt.
Yeah. So it brings up a 4th down, and we'll see if the Tigers go for it.
I think they're going to have to play a little field position here, Mitt, just to be safe. Yeah, don't want to give Russell County a short field. They moved it into the red zone last 2 possessions. We just don't need to do that.
So Dothan not able to take advantage of the interception by Wimberley.
Good news is they took advantage of not giving up 6 more. Nice punt, fair catch, going to come in about the 30. So, all right. So with 2:08 left in the 3rd quarter, Mitt, Russell County is going to take possession with the score Russell County 14, Dothan High 6. All right, well, Russell County is going to take over on their own but 31, Mitt, and Tigers definitely in need of a stop on this series. And Russell County goes right back up the middle, going to pick up about almost 4 yards on that first down play. And you pick up 4 yards on first down, you're setting yourself up for a nice series every time.
Yeah, if you get it on first down, you got a couple of plays to get a first down or shorten the distance you need for a first down. So 2nd and 6, the ball on the 35. 1:38 left in the 3rd. The Tigers trailing the Warriors 14-6. The Tigers mixed the extra point after the kickoff return for a touchdown.
Nice play, and yet again, Shakimian Robertson in again, making a nice stop. So, you got to have somebody step up on defense, and we've called Robertson's name a couple of times today. Another critical 3rd down as the 3rd quarter is about to wind down, Mitt. What I would tell you is, hey, Tigers in definite need of a stop. Go ahead and need to get the ball back, and they're going to need to do something on this next possession after they stop Russell County.
Right, and they need to stop Russell County because Russell County has been effective coming out of the quarters. The first, if they have possession of the ball at
looking
the end
back to pass, got a little nice defensive play. I think the ball was going to be an incomplete pass, Mitt.
So it brings up a 4th down and 7.
And I know we're going to see the punt team. Now, let me ask you, be interesting. Let's see, you know who we got back there. We've got a young fellow named Mr. Martin, so we're going to see if they're willing to punt to him. I'm going to bet they punt away from him.
So he can be a game changer, a field flipper. You know, he can
There
flip
we
the
go.
field. And that's if you don't get a big play, at least flip the field.
Yeah, good news here is, I think he's
Martin back
Martin's
at the 33.
It's a little deep for this guy. Not holding the ball. See, a little deep for him.
And
So the Tigers going to take over at their own 36-yard line, 37. So good field position, Mitt. They're going to get probably one play, maybe two off before the quarter ends. And time for the offense to show a spark.
yeah, it is time, Jimbo. They have not really shown much of a spark. They've had sparks, but then it seems like every time they get something going, they get behind the chains, they give up, they lose yards on a play or get a penalty. So they've got to slow down the rush of this of the Warriors, and they're only rushing 3. So you should be able to do something with a 3-man front.
Well, let's see if the Tigers have pushed all this out of the system. Let's see if they can put a solid drive here together.
And that's what we talked about, losing yards. And you got a 3-man front. There's no way they should be able to get that kind of penetration in there. And, that was a loss of probably 5 yards. So it brings up a 2nd and 15, and that will be the last play of the 3rd. So we've come to the end of 3, and the score is the Russell County Warriors 14, the Dothan Tigers 6. We'll be back with 4th quarter action after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Hello and welcome back to Riverview Stadium, Wildfield, where the Dothan Tigers are hosting the Warriors of Russell County. I am Mick Kirkland along with Jimbo Lawson, and the Tigers are trailing 14-6. And Jimbo, they have the ball, but it's a 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15, not the greatest start. They just need to overcome it one play at a time. Let's make it happen. And that's the goal. They got trips out to the far side, so we'll see what they have. And he's back to pass.
Good screen
drop
pass.
it over to our Martin, who is a playmaker. Going to pick up about 3.
Yeah, they needed more than 3 on that play. So they're behind the chains, and they got behind the chain on that. They lost 5 yards with a good penetration from the line of the Warriors. And Dothan's got to do a better job blocking up front. Warriors are only rushing 3. They're playing with the 3-man line, sometimes 4. So you can add 5 more for the false start by the Tigers. But what I saw was a big gap on the right side of the line between the center. And that was a big gap, so all you got to do is shoot that gap in.
And we got to remember, Tigers, again, not an excuse, Tigers are a young offensive line, too. I mean, like I said, the center's a true freshman. So they've got a young deal, but here's the deal. None of that matters. Third and 18, you got to make something happen. It's going to roll out.
And it's complete, but back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jordan, that's going to be a 4th and 10. You got to punt the ball.
So the Tigers have not been able to move the ball deep into the Warriors' territory. They have not been in the red zone at all tonight.
Yeah, this offense has got to have some, got to get some punch to it here, Mitt.
Back is number 5, Robert Miles. And Miles takes it at the 37.
All right. And so Russell County will have it first and 10 with just a little over 10 minutes left in the game. The game to do that, Mitt. And again, going to have to call on the defense to stop them, to give them a chance.
Yeah, and maybe the Tigers can come up with another turnover and a pick six.
Well, we'll take that. We'll take a pick six.
We need another big play. We've made one big play tonight. Well, they made a couple of big plays.
The interception
at the end.
I don't think, but right now we've given Russell County no reason to do anything other than just do what they're doing, which is going to do misdirection running the ball out of this formation. If I'm Russell County, until you stop me, I don't do anything different than this. What do you think, Mitt?
Yeah, you're right, and they've been very successful at it. So a false start moves Russell County back 5 yards, back to about their own 32-yard line. So it brings up a 1st and 15. The Tigers are going to have to create something. They've got to force some things and create something here. Time is becoming a factor in this game.
Well, it's another false start. It's becoming a factor because the point is we just have not yet seen any Tiger offense. But hey, listen, if they can stop them on defense here, then they've got time to still put something together. So now we've given back the 5-yard advantage, Mitt. Groundhog Day. There we go. Started at 10, go to 15, come back to 10, and still first down.
So it's a 1st and 10 instead of 1st and 15. The ball back at the original line of scrimmage at 37. $10:15 left in the fourth.
Tigers shifting a little bit on defense. Going to hand it off again to Mr. Perry, who's going to pick up about 3 tough yards, and that's all. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Martin in on that tackle. He does it all. So he's a little slow getting up. I think he may have injured himself. He's hopping a little bit, but he's tough. He's not going to come out of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Yeah, you got to do that. That's
2nd and 7 for the Warriors.
Need to stop here, man. Need to. He does have some space. And boy, he's getting a lot of what I'll call that fall forward. So we're going to come up with a 3rd and 1 here.
And the difference you're seeing in this game is Russell County is getting penetration defensively, and Dothan's not.
And we've, with that being said, we've got a Tiger down on the field right now, Mitt. So it's we're going to take Devonair Martin is down. Looks like I'm not going to diagnose from up here, but with 9:13 left in the game, Russell County 14, Dothan High 6. We're going to take a break while they check on Mr. Martin, and we'll be back with action shortly.
That was Devonair Martin injured on that play, but he walked off the field on his own power. So it brings up a 3rd and short for the Warriors. And this is a big play. This is definitely a big play.
They give it to the up back, and he's going to be across. He's got enough yards for the first down. He got about 1.5 yards. Unfortunately, he only needed 1 yard, Mitt. So with 8:56 and the clock running, the fresh set of downs for Russell County, and that's the concern. They're taking about a good 2.5 minutes for every 10 yards. And it looks like we got an official's timeout.
Yeah, they're going to measure. And while we have a timeout on the field, I want to remind you these games are being streamed on the NFHS Network. So you can go to nfhsnetwork.com and go to the Scenic Sports Network page, and you'll be able to see these games live streamed. All of the Northview games are streamed live, home and away, and all of the Dothan High School games are being streamed live at home. But you can go and look at them on demand anytime you want to. But if you don't do that, you can definitely watch the games on Scenic Cable Network. That will be Channel 6 on the Wild Cable system and Channel 9 on the Time Warner Cable systems. And we run the games at noon every day and again at 7 p.m. So you'll be able to watch the games over. So,
wow.
So they came up short, so it's going to be, well.
All I can say is that.
Fourth down, 4th and inches.
Well, let me just say this. I know everybody's doing their best. Pretty confident if we were at Russell County, it'd be a first down, but that's all I'm going to say. I don't think there's nothing intentional there. That was a unique spot. I'm a Tiger guy, but I also got to call it like I see it. But guess what? You know what? That's okay. You know all that means? Dothan's got to stop them. Russell County's got to make it happen here.
So 4th and inches for the Warriors, and I imagine.
I think you're going to see a sneak, particularly with the alignment that they've got right now. And he gave it short, but let me tell you something.
They stop him.
Holy smokes!
They plugged that hole.
I'm going to tell you right now, he went backwards, guys. He went backwards. They're going to have to pull for a measurement, but it went backwards.
It's short.
It's definitely short.
Yeah, it's short.
Let me tell you something. If they didn't make it on third down, there's no way they made it on that one. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. So that would be they're going to measure, but looking at the marker, it looks like it's going to be short, but I'm not going to go out on a limb.
Well, let me say this. I'm not going to say anything. You're right. We are here as impartial announcers of a good ball game, and what happens is what happens. We're only here to call it. Guess what? It's Tiger ball. Tigers are going to take a turnover inside Russell County territory. They're going to start at I can tell you what it is, the 5.48, whatever you want to call it, just a hair over the 46.5. Here's the bottom line. With 8:17 left, Mitt, Tigers got to put some offense together.
Right, and the Tigers need to get out there. They don't need to get a penalty.
Yeah, 20 seconds on the play clock. They've been given. I think what's going to happen, they're going to have to call a timeout.
Well, if they need to call a timeout, they need to call a timeout.
Yeah, they need to do that. They're going to run out of time.
9 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah,
7,
they can't even get
7,
set.
6. You don't want to lose yards, so call a timeout.
Good. And Kevin Jackson with the first visor toss of 2016, and I could see him getting frustrated on the sideline with that.
Yeah, it just took him absolutely too long to get it together, and you don't want to start off 1st and 15.
No.
So go and use the timeout, and you have 2 left.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the bottom line. You talk about timeouts later in the game, 2 things. One, you don't want to have any left at the end of the game. Here's the other one. They cannot afford right now to do anything that puts them in a detrimental position as we move forward. Just can't do it. They've had a tough time moving the ball anyway, so additional 5 yards would be tough. So
really could. But the defense came up big that time. They really did, and stopped Russell County on 4th and short. And so the Tigers have excellent. This is the first time they started on the Russell County side of the field. So they had the 47-yard line of Russell County.
And he's looking downfield, just outside of the grasp of looked to be Stephen Tullis over there on the right side.
Right.
Had Jordan Beck streaking down that right side, but Tullis was his intended target. And Tullis was pretty well covered.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
Need some yards on this play, Mitt. I think we're getting pretty much in 4-down territory, but he rolls out. He's got a man. Oh! Good call that an incomplete pass. That was close, whether that was a fumble or incomplete, but either way.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been. They would have picked up a
yard gain is all.
A couple of yards. So at least it stops the clock. So it gives them time to regroup. So 3rd and 10.
Well, if we've moved to 3rd down, and I say that, if Tigers don't convert here, depending on where it is, if it's incomplete pass, whatever, they may want to go ahead and pin them back. But after that, they'll be in 4-down territory the rest of the game, from what I'm seeing.
3rd and 10. The ball at the 47.
And he's back looking. There, they see that he's going to scramble. He's got a man open. Tullis on the left side. All right, broke a tackle, got inside the 30 there, Mitt. And what that was a pure function of Jacoby McDaniel just continuing to look, and he got Tullis open. Now we have we got an injured player, number 3, which is going to be Santana Francisco. Or excuse me, I got to get to that. Francisco Montana.
Tony Montana.
That's right.
No, Francisco Santana.
Every time I hear Francisco, I think of the movie Elf. Francisco. Anyway, he really liked that name. Anyway,
I left my heart in Francisco. Oh, it's San Francisco.
Well, that's San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right, but that's okay. Hey, at least your juices are flowing, Mitt. Thank you.
So 7:51 left in the 4th. The Tigers are trailing the Warriors 14-6. So it's a first down for the Tigers, and that was an outstanding play by McDaniel, keeping that play alive.
Yeah, McDaniel kept it alive, but Tullis had to catch it. We've seen some drops tonight, but he secured the ball, and here we go, fresh set of downs at the 27. McDaniel looking to throw again, looking. He sees some green. He sees a receiver. It'd be Tullis again. Tullis right down at the first down marker inside the 20 mid to about the inside the 19. Just short of a first down.
And the first time the Tigers have been in the red zone all night.
And all of a sudden it's kind of like going, hey, who put batteries in these guys? All of a sudden they're moving the ball, doing some play action. I'll tell you what else they're doing. They're getting some protection up there for McDaniel. That's important. The linemen are getting some protection right now. Don't know if Russell County has done a change. Looks like they're still running with that 3-man front,
But you know what? Also, Jimbo, that stop on 4th and short, I think it gave them a spark. The defense, they stood up and made a play, so it's up to the offense now.
No question, and I think what you're going to see is McDaniel's going to have to realize he's not going to be able to run around all night back there. He's going to lose a couple of yards.
He would have been better off throwing that one away because it was like they would have needed 1 yard. Now they lost a couple of yards. So.
And no question, 4-down territory. But here's the deal. It gets tight. I mean, that's one of the things as you get inside the red zone. The field becomes your advantage if you're on defense. You're not worried about a guy, quote unquote, breaking it. You got some that end line at the back is part of your defense.
So it's a 3rd and 2, and this is definitely 4-down territory. 4-down territory.
We'll see. I was going to say, I think we'll see a run, even if it's McDaniel. Found him. Look at that. He found number 6, Kendarius Martin. Enough for the first down inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line, Mitt. What is this play-action offense? Where'd this come from?
Hey, they're mixing it up now.
You know what? It's kind of like you had a video game. You just took out they don't have cartridges anymore, but you took out a cartridge and just put a new one in. This must be Madden 2016, Mitt.
All right. Well, I guess so. Well, we hope it works. So the Tigers are at the 13-yard line.
Get on it. Ugh.
And we talked about how they will move forward and then they'll make a mistake and move backward and get behind the chains.
Yeah. And again, we our scouting report had said, hey, a little bit of inconsistency at this point from the exchange, but what? It's been pretty solid up until that one over the last quarter or so. He got that out of his system, but 3rd, 2, and 2nd and 20 is not your friend.
Right, it's 2nd and 20 from the 23. And they just got to make a couple of plays. Hey. So with timeout on the field, 5:16 left in the 4th, the Tigers are trailing the Warriors 14-6. So it's a 2nd and 20 for the Tigers. And it's complete over to Tyson Williams.
All right, Williams just fighting. He got inside the 20. Williams has picked up part of that deal. Now we're still going to have you got no question 4-down territory inside 4 minutes. In a 14-6 contest. Tigers just need to look and say, hey, put me in a position where I'm not trying to make a 15-yard play on 4th down inside the red zone. Let me get something. Let me pick up whatever I can, and let's see if we can't do that. I need to tell Domino's to quit calling me too, Mitt, but he's found him in the end zone open.
Oh! Overthrew him.
Whoa!
He was wide open.
Yeah,
Williams was wide open.
He had a play. Matter of fact, I believe that was, if I'm not mistaken, Stephen Tullis. If it had been Tyson Williams, he'd have hit him because Tyson's taller. But just a little high. He had, give credit where credit. That was Kendarius Martin who had broken loose into the end zone and was open, Mitt. Martin was definitely open in the corner and just a little high, but all right. Well, 4:31 left. It's not the ball game, but boy, Tigers really need to make a play here on fourth and about 17. They can make a first down without scoring a touchdown. Yeah, and if you're smart, Russell County wanted to see the alignment, Mitt, and check it out so they could adjust. And so we're going to take a timeout here, Mitt.
Yeah, with 4:31 left in the fourth, the Tigers are trailing the Warriors 14-6. This is it for the Tigers.
Yeah, this is critical. You got 4:31. I'm not going to say that we're not going to get the we're not going to be warming up the pipes to sing if they don't. But they got trips to the right. He's looking, sees some green space. Unfortunately, not going to be there. Russell County's going to take him down at no gain.
And that one bad snap took destroyed this drive.
Yeah, definitely put them at a disadvantage. And the Tigers have had some trouble. Most consistent drive we've seen tonight, though, Mitt, by the Tigers. So hopefully they're going to have an opportunity. 4:22 left. They do have 2 timeouts, but I can tell you they can't let a first down happen. Way Russell County runs this deal, they'll take almost a full 2+ minutes off if they don't get a first down, much less if they do. So Tigers got to come up and play D. The defense has risen to the occasion several times here in the second half, Mitt. They're going to have to do it again right now.
And one thing on that drive, the defense had a little time to rest. Yeah, it was they got a few minutes rest. So they've got to come up with the play here. And they have them backed up, have Russell County backed up on their own 20-yard line.
All right, and they're going to go back to the ground game, and he's going to look. But good defensive play there. Tigers going to stop him for about a half-yard loss. That's what you need to do here. Clock running. Need to get everybody up and get that clock set again.
That was Robertson.
They could run the clock if they wanted to down to. Well, they hadn't started the play clock yet. Good gracious. All right, so they can run this thing down to about 3:30, Mitt. Looks like, based on this, Tigers will have to take a timeout somewhere because based on that amount of time, they could just about run this thing down almost to inside a minute, even without getting a first down. So make a play, Tigers. Do not give them a first down. And they're watching the clock down to 5-6. Uh-oh. Not what you want to do, but let's go ahead and get him down. Going to pick up about 7, which is going to make it a third and a good 4 yards, maybe a 4.5. 3:25. Clock running. Play clock not.
They're going to give him a 3rd and 4. It's a long 4.
All right. So we're going to go inside 3 minutes before this play snaps, most likely. Tiger defensive side trying to get the fans fired up. This is key right here. Really need to shut them down here on 4th down.
They need to get them for a
on
loss.
3rd down, excuse me. They need to just stop them, period. If they can stop them here, I don't think Russell County is going to take a lot of nice defensive play in there. We're going to get the number of the train. Just hit him, call a timeout. Looked like that's number 8, DJ Marshall. May have been Kendarius Martin. A little hard to tell whether that's a 6 or an 8, but.
Yeah, so the Tigers do a good job of stopping them, and so it's a 4th and long for Russell County, and we'll see if Devin M. Martin can do the magic again.
You know what? I
wouldn't be surprised.
If they kick it to Martin, then that's going to be – I'm going to go ahead and say that because Russell County should have learned something there, but we'll see. got a timeout, obviously, right now, which is good. Tigers called a timeout. That's smart. They're going to need the whole 245, Mitt.
Yeah, and I want to remind you again that you can see these games on Scenic Cable Network, Time Warner Channel 9, and Wild Cable Channel 6, but you can also watch them on the NFHSnetwork.com, and you can subscribe and you can watch any game across the nation.
Yeah.
Any football, high school game. And if you want to see any of the games we do, you can go to Scenic Sports Network on the NFHSnetwork.com.
All right. So we're going to have a it's interesting. That's unique. That's interesting. I'm not sure what the thought was there. Tigers, hey, let me tell you what. Tigers may be thinking about doing something here. Maybe they wanted to see what they're doing. I can't imagine they would call a fire or a block play.
Well, they may want to try and block, seeing how they line up and try to block the punt.
I'm not buying it. I've seen a couple of hats throwing, so I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, it may have been that they didn't get the lineup. It may have been short. I see some guys counting here, so not sure. That'd be one of those for the future, be a post-game comment, but at the end of the day here, we're going to see what happens.
The Tigers are out of timeouts now.
Yeah.
They used they used 2 timeouts there. They had 2 left, and they had to use one, but then that second one, I don't think they wanted to use it.
They didn't want to use it. I can tell you for a fact they didn't. They didn't want to use that, but
and Devontae Martin is back at about the 48-yard line, and we can get a high snap here, anything.
Well, one thing we've done, see, there you go. Hey, there you go. I don't blame them. Even though it's going to be at the 41-yard line, that's smart. I'd take a 20-yard net punt before I let Martin get a hold of it. So, all right, Mitt. Well, here's the story. 2 minutes, 39.9 seconds left in the game. Tigers get the ball back. Nice job, defensive stop.
You know what? I'm going to go out on the limb, Jimbo.
Yeah.
I said I wasn't going out on the limb. The Tigers are going to score.
Hey, I'm pulling for you.
I'm going out on the limb.
Well, you're smart.
Because they had the receiver open down in the corner of the end zone, and the pass was a little too high.
Good news is Tigers had some success on that last series, so you got some confidence built here. That's always got value. At the end of the day, you can go on a limb, Mitt. You're smaller than me. I can't go out on limbs for a lot of reasons. All right, McDaniel rolls out to his left, has a receiver open, get out of bounds down at the 33-yard line. One of the keys is going to be a first down or close to it, almost a first. Here's the key deal, Mitt. They've called it a first down.
It's at the...
It's a 33. Here's the key. It looks like he's called it, but here's the main thing. Good heads-up play. Get out of bounds. Don't try to make an extra yard for something, but the Tigers got to get just about another 10 yards, and then they're close for any play that's got a legitimate chance for a play to make a touchdown play. You're just a little bit out on the limb now.
Yeah, they call it's a first down. They're moving the chains.
I think the coaches on the other side said, how can you do that? But that's okay.
Yeah.
It was a legit first down based on where he was, no question. All right. Heads up now, but he's going to roll his other way. A lot of green. He's going to throw anyway. Just off the hands of the receiver at the 15-yard line.
Stops the clock with 2:27 left.
I really thought McDaniel might turn it up. He had some space. He would have, if he'd have gone on to the sideline, he wouldn't have got a first down. He probably makes it to the 25 or so. But, hey, either way, all good. No turnover, no sack.
The ball at the 33-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All right. Tiger's going to be looking. Let's see which way. Low snap. He handles it well. Fires it up. Nice play over to Kendarius Martin, who is going to be just short of the first down, right at the 25. So 3rd and 2, Mitt.
Yeah, well.
Good play.
Yeah, it stops the clock. 2:23 left.
And in all honesty, if they wanted to, Tigers could run the ball here to get the first down.
The clock stops on the first down. If you get the first down, the clock stops.
All right, tell Domino's I'm 30 minutes away. There you go. Get it upfield. All right, he's going to go. Oh, my goodness. Extra yardage. Clock still runs. He's down inside the 15. Well, Yeah, they're gonna have to do a start on that.
Yeah, they're going to have to run some.
Yeah. And I'm watching. Okay. All right, clock's running. First down, looks. He's got some space to the outside. Go, baby, go. He's going to get about to the 13. They need to hustle up to the line. Going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. That's not what you need, but 2 minutes. They're okay. They just need to get up here and line up.
And the one thing, Jimbo, they've got to go for 2.
Yeah.
They've got to go for 2. They missed the extra point.
Need to get them in here just to go ahead and make a play. And, again, what we've seen is let's make sure everybody gets set. It's okay. Crowd's getting a little antsy, but he's going to get it off with about 1:40. Low snap, and he does a great – oh, thank goodness he didn't catch it. That almost reminded me of Georgia, Alabama in the playoff. You didn't want to catch that one. Get out of bounds. So clock stop, going to be 3rd down and 7, but the clock was more important there, Mitt, than anything else. So 1:38, clock stop. You got 2 plays to get it, but you're going to have to go ahead and
they need to get that first down to stop the clock.
well, you know, the problem is when they get inside the 5, you know, boy, it gets compacted in there. I'm not so sure you don't make a play for it right now. Let's see.
Well, did you go for the end zone 2 times in a row?
Well, you got options. If he could, I tell you what, if he gets back, you just get so stacked up.
Have a false start over on the right-hand side, so.
Well, you're still not in terrible shape. You're going to be at about the 23, or excuse me, the 18 instead of the 13.
And we talked about the mistakes have really hurt the Tigers. And that's part of the youth. It's part of the youth and
right.
Inexperience. So it brings up a 3rd and 12, and, you know, the ball on the 18-yard line. So it's, hey, regardless, you have 2 plays.
Got 2 plays here. That's what you need. That's what you got to do. You got to worry about getting a first down. But you know what? You're close enough here to be able to, with what the Tigers have been running, you can strike pay dirt from here without it being a fluke or a broken play. So, all right, he's looking. They threw a little blitz in. You don't need to do that.
Throw the ball. You just throw it away. It's 4th down now.
Yeah, it's 4th down, but clock running too. And the Tigers have not shown the ability to get a playoff very quick with no timeouts. Now, I don't know why the clock stopped there for a split second, but Tigers got to get back here and get huddled up. Of course, you'd say it doesn't matter. Once they start the clock, you got 1 play to make it, but we're going to make an assumption they're going to make this play. All right, it's going to be a battle. Oh, my goodness. Yes, touchdown. Holy smokes. I will be, you know what? I said it's going to be a battle. It was between the DB and the obviously the wide receiver. I'll be, Mitt.
That was a 20-yard touchdown pass. Now with 106 left. Wow. 20-yard TD pass. Who caught that pass?
Tyson Williams.
It was from McDaniel to Williams. He went up and got that one, man. That was a defender right there.
Yeah, they got to go for 2, obviously. And let's see who's calling a timeout, Russell County. Well, 101.6. That's not a concern here on the
that's not a radio station.
That's right. That's right. 101.6. Here's the key, Mitt. You know, obviously, again, they got close enough to be able to make a play. And we're gonna see what they've got in their store for a extra point or go for 2. Got to do that. But you know, it's interesting. Tigers have been able to move the ball since these last 2 possessions by mixing it up a little more. I think that you got a combination of things. Tigers got a little momentum. I think Russell County changed their defense up a little bit. Maybe backed off a little bit, trying not to give up something big. So,
but, you know, Dothan went to that same play earlier on the previous possession.
Right.
And the pass was a little too high. And that time they connected, and Williams pulls it down inbounds.
Wow. And
it's a touchdown.
I'm just going to tell you that was a heck of a play. That was just man on man, mano a mano there. And Tigers won that battle.
This is it here. If they
pretty much short.
Pretty much,
you know,
but not necessarily, Jimbo.
Something happens. It's just
that could be an onside kick.
Yeah.
You can recover an onside kick.
I think what you're going to see is a bunch of flooding. If flood out there, and if he could find a hole, he'll either run it. If he can't throw it, look at that. He's got the out pattern.
Oh, he dropped it.
Jeez. Well, that's all right. Again, wow.
He was open. He was running before he caught it.
Yeah. Hit him on the hands.
Not necessarily the ball game.
Hit him on the hands, and he just bobbled it a little bit.
So Dothan has missed both extra point attempts. They missed the extra point kick earlier on their first touchdown, and that time the 2-point conversion was incomplete. And so they are 2 points behind with 101.6 left.
All right, what you got to do? Hey, look, if you're Dothan High, you got to get your hat. You got to put that one behind you and get your head on, and get ready. It's onside kick time.
And I tell you what,
and your goal has got to be at this point. If you get the onside kick, you're gonna have to get down close, and go ahead and put it in the hands of your kicker.
Well, that kicker hit a 42-yarder and a 32-yarder the first game here against Enterprise. So you go for the onside kick. Right now, I think Russell County is more nervous than Dothan High.
Yeah,
they are. This would be a big win for them because they hadn't won since 2013.
That's right. Last win for Russell County was in 2013.
Yeah.
And,
so you think about it. They have everything on the line here, so they are a lot more nervous. So if Dothan can get a good onside kick, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't recover it.
Well, it's got to be coming now. I know they got the rule. You got to have at least 4 on one side and all those things. But I can tell you, hey, by the way, I can also tell you which way it's coming. I see a bunch of guys with receiver numbers down close to us. You got 6 hands guys here. Kind of interesting. The lineup. I will see what they try to do. Could be. I don't know if this guy could push it the other way. There you go. He got the hop. Mitty got the hop. Dothan High recovered.
What did I say?
It touched the Russell County player.
The ball went 10 yards.
That was a legal play. It touched the Russell County player, came back, and the Dothan High player recovered. Looked like that was recovered by number 20, if I'm not mistaken, Devonair Martin.
Well, I called it, Jimbo.
Oh, yeah.
Was I out on that limb or what?
I don't know. Hey, Mitt, what am I getting on my pizza in about an hour? I don't know, man. You know it all right now.
You can get the works.
I'm going to get the works if we cover this one.
Hey, you can get the works.
All right. Well, we know what the Tigers got to do. A minute. Well, still says 101.6.
Right.
But Tigers are going to have to they've got to get at least 30 yards here for the field goal kicker to have a chance. All right? That's the goal.
They're on their own 48-yard line.
No timeouts. Can't do anything crazy. Get out of bounds. There you go. Tyson Williams heads up play down to the 43. Again, he's got to get to the 25 minimum. That's 18 yards. That's just to have a shot at a 42-yarder, which he's made.
Well, you know what, Jimbo? They got time. I think they're going to work the sideline. And all they need is a first down and stops the clock.
Sure.
So they need to get 2 yards, get a yard, and the clock stops.
Well, he could use this to find something if he could. He just doesn't need a sack.
Right.
Step up and make it. There you go. You got lots of yards. Get upfield. Just don't go backwards. All right.
But he used too much time that time.
Well, I know it.
Yeah.
You've got
first down, the clock stops.
That's right.
Yeah,
got to be ready. Get upfield, Tigers. Yeah.
Yeah, first down, the clock stops.
Yeah,
but as soon as they're set, it starts back.
I don't know whether they'll let them spike it in high school. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, but
well, there you go.
You have to be under the center to spike
That's
it.
right.
I know
okay.
One time,
yeah,
some of them spiked it and they weren't.
All right, looking. He's got the out pattern. Oh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be That's going to be tough.
That would have been better as a.
Let's get up there, guys. You got under 20 seconds. I don't know if they can get up under center and spike it. All right, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's going to spike it. Center it. Don't do anything crazy. Spike it. They didn't. I think he's all right. 16.6.
So I tell you what, you got to go to the end zone here. you got to go. I'd go to the end zone 2 times, and if it's incomplete,
you know what?
Hey.
All right, I'm going to give you the alternate theory. I'm saying you give about a 15-yard or 10-yard out pattern and make a shot at the you got to put it in the kicker and give him a chance.
Well, they can't stop the clock again.
Well, that's what I say. He's got to go out. He's got to run a sideline pattern our way, Mitt. He's looking. You can't go over the middle. Oh, my gosh.
First
oh, my
down.
God.
Tyson Williams at the
Let me just say that. Unbelievable at the 5-yard line. He needs to get under center and spike it. No timeouts. Nobody needs to do anything crazy. Good. I'll give the freshman center. He's pointing to everybody going, spike, spike, spike. You cannot call a timeout. Spike. Get underneath. It's going. 7, 6. He spiked it. 5.8 seconds. All right.
You know, you want the lotto numbers? I called it, Jimbo.
I got it. Right now I'm playing 1 and 2 a bunch.
Right now.
And 20.
I'm gonna give
1, 2, and 20.
I'm going to give Dothan advantage because.
Here we go. What did I say? We're going to have the field goal kicker come out. They're going to ice him. That's fine.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
That's right. Akeem Walden.
But he hit a 32-yard and a 42-yard against Enterprise.
Here's the deal. This is a piece of cake.
And I was saying earlier, Jimbo, that the pressure was on Russell County.
Yeah.
The pressure left Dothan. It was on Russell County because they have not won a game since 2013. And once Dothan scored their last touchdown, then the pressure was on Russell County. And I say, hey, kick the onside kick. The pressure's on them. And Dothan recovers on onside kick.
Again, here's what we're going to see here. It's about. I don't want to say anything till we make till we come back and make the kick.
This will be a 22-yard attempt. This is big. This is huge. This would be Kevin.
Yeah, Akeem Walden.
Jackson's first.
Akeem Walden is the kicker. Trying to get it set here. All right, Walden setting up. Let's go. Clean snap, hold, take your time. Snap, down, kick is up and good! My goodness. Let me tell you what, folks. Russell County, I don't know what to tell you except unbelievable. The Tigers don't need to get a sideline penalty. They need to get off to the side over here and do their thing. But, wow, how about that excitement? What I'll tell you this is the Tigers have never quit. As they got down into the fourth quarter, they got a spark, Mitt.
Right.
Great job.
What, Jimbo, I think the turning point was at 4th. They stopped them on 4th and short. That was the turning point in this game. And really the big turning point was the 90-yard kickoff return by Devonair Mark.
But let me tell you what, when the defense, Russell County had been putting some pressure on that Dothan High defense, which we said, wow, look at this, didn't see that coming. And the defense really stiffened up in the fourth quarter. And all of a sudden, the Dothan High offense, run out there by Jacoby McDaniel, started running play action and rolling out and finding people and making smart plays and good snaps and all those good things. At the end of the day right now, I did spend a couple of years at Vandy's, and I think that Russell County's pulled a Vandy right now. They have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. They were in great shape. They just were not able to so far hold it. Now, 1.4 seconds left. All right, but I'll tell you what an amazing comeback for the Dothan High Tigers tonight. And this is something to build off of.
And this is their first lead. They trailed the entire game to 1.4 seconds left.
That's right. 47 minutes, 58.6 seconds. Did I do my math right? Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did.
That is one thing you could do at Vandy is do math.
They'll try to squib this one.
Yeah, you're not going to put this thing in play. And look at this.
Dothan wins it.
.2.
They recover the onside kick, so.
It would be over. Hey, we got just enough time for a Hail Mary. I'm kidding, Mitt. We're going to take a knee. This will be the sweetest knee of Kevin Jackson's early career.
It will be. And I tell you what, Russell County came out and put up a fight tonight.
Oh,
they really did. They really did.
They held Dothan High on the ropes all night long. Were able to do some things we didn't think they'd be able to do. By after the first quarter, they started running and moving the ball on the Tigers. And at the end of the night here, I'll tell you what, Dothan High in the fourth quarter absolutely came back and played both offense and defense and obviously special teams.
Special teams. You got it. Special teams, they get a lot of credit tonight. The return by Martin and the successful onside kick.
Two of them.
And then they just had another successful onside kick. So all they got to do is take a knee, Jimbo.
You know, short of really, other than the missed extra point, special teams been pretty darn good tonight, Mitt.
Yeah, they have.
And if you're Russell County, you are still right now. You're pinching your arm, going, this just didn't happen.
Right. Well, Jimbo, I told you that the pressure got on Russell County after Dothan scored that touchdown. The pressure was on Russell County. Dothan wins at 15-14, and they score with 1.4 seconds left in the fourth. You really feel bad for Russell County because those guys played the hard.
I do. They came down here. They were trying to break a streak. They saw it. They could smell victory. But I'll tell you this, what I would say is that this young Dothan High team has a choice right now. They picked up a region win, and they've got a choice. They know when they leave here they gotta play better, Mitt. They got to work hard because they made a lot of mistakes earlier, but they showed a lot of signs of being able to play ball. And I'll tell you what, they better be glad they got out of this one with a 15-14 win in the final seconds of this one, Mitt.
And you're right. Not the final seconds, the final second.
Yeah.
1.4.
I was giving the 0.4 a plural.
Okay, but one thing, I'm going to say this about Russell County. These guys will win some games this year. I believe we will see them win some games. And Dothan High will win some more games this year because it showed heart. It said, they had their backs against the wall, and they fought back and did what they needed to do to ink out a 1-point victory.
Absolutely, and I, again, can't say it enough. I've known Kevin Jackson for a long time. Glad to see him here. Glad to see him pick up his first victory at home. And I can tell you that the fans here tonight are glad to see it as well. So all good. Tigers got a lot to build on now, 1-0 in the region. And they've got opportunity. Just depends on whether they want to seize it or not, Mitt.
And also, Dothan came from 14 points down. Let me quickly recap the scoring. Russell County scored first with 11:20 left in the second on a 29-yard TD pass from Toombs to Miles to make it 7-0. The next score came in the third on a 30-yard TD run by Perry to make it 14-0 Russell County. Then after the kickoff from the touchdown by Russell County, Devin A. Martin returns it for 90 yards for the touchdown with 9:39 left in the third. But they missed the extra point. Russell County 14, Dothan 6. And Dothan scored on a 20-yard TD pass with 1 minute. With 1 minute,
Yeah.
101.6 seconds left on a 20-yard TD pass from McDaniels to Williams, who goes up and grabs the ball in the end zone for the touchdown. And they missed the 2-point conversion, so the score was 14-12. Then Dothan has a successful onside kick, and they kick a 22-yard field goal by Akeem Walden.
Right.
He was a hero tonight, kicking a 22-yarder, and Dothan wins it 15-14, their first victory under Kevin Jackson. Congratulations to the Dothan Tigers and Coach Jackson and his entire staff.
It's all good, Mitt. Well, I can tell you right now, you told me I could have it. We're going to go for I'm not sure who's going to be, Domino's, Papa John's, whoever I can find, but it's going to be loaded. I'm going to tell them to empty the garbage can on that one because we saw it out on the field tonight.
Yeah, we did. And our cameraman tonight, George Willett, did a great job of capturing the action for us. Cliff Nyman over on stats and streaming, and Jimbo Lofton, I'm Mick Kirkin saying thanks for watching the Scenic Sports Network, where the Dothan Tigers win at 15-14, and we'll see you next time.
You've been watching High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Productions. Join us again next time.